Have you ever looked at your income and thought, on paper, this should be enough, so why doesn't it feel like it? Not broke, not struggling, just constantly tight. If that sounds familiar, it's not because you're bad with money. It's usually because you're playing a financial game where the rules quietly changed and no one told you. Let's look at a very normal situation. You're working full-time in the US or Europe. After tax, your take-home pay is around $4,000 a month, or the local equivalent. From the outside, that sounds solid. But the money already has assignments. Rent or a mortgage takes about $1,400, a car payment or lease is $400 to $500, insurance, fuel, or public transport add a couple hundred, student loans, education costs, or past EMIs take $300, credit cards, phones, subscriptions, utilities, another $400. Food, occasional dinners out, small lifestyle spending, fill in the rest. By the time the month ends, most of the money is already spoken for. You're not irresponsible. You're doing what modern adulthood looks like. And yet, there's very little space. Not much margin, not much flexibility, not much room to breathe. Here's the part most people miss. The problem usually isn't one bad decision. It's the structure of the system you're operating inside. Modern life is built around monthly payments, not total prices, not long-term cost, monthly affordability. You're not asked, can you afford this? You're asked, can you afford the payment? That small shift changes everything. Let's slow the math down. A car upgrade from a $350 payment to a $550 payment doesn't feel dramatic. It's just $200 more. But that's $2,400 a year. Over 5 years, that's $12,000. And that's just one category. Now add a slightly nicer apartment, a few more subscriptions, eating out a bit more, a couple lifestyle upgrades that each seem reasonable on their own. None of them feel reckless, but together they quietly lock in higher fixed costs. And fixed costs are the most dangerous kind of expense because they don't go away when life gets harder. They don't shrink when stress increases. They don't disappear when you want flexibility. They stay. Psychologically, this doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like progress. In the US and Europe especially, income is more than money. It's identity. It's proof you're moving forward, proof you're responsible, proof you're doing what you're supposed to do. So when income rises, your brain expects your life to reflect it. A better place, a better car, a better version of normal. And the system supports that thinking. Credit limits rise, loan approvals get easier, affordable payments become normalized. So the upgrade feels logical. Not emotional, not impulsive, just standard. The long-term effect shows up slowly. Every raise comes with new fixed costs. Every lifestyle upgrade becomes permanent. That's how people earning good money still feel trapped. Not broke, not struggling, just constantly committed. They can't slow down easily. They can't take time off without stress. They can't absorb surprises without anxiety. Because their income didn't create freedom. It created a more expensive version of the same pressure. This is why many people feel like they're doing everything right and still not getting ahead. They're budgeting, they're paying bills on time, they're being responsible. But responsibility inside a losing structure still feels like losing. Financially intelligent people don't live in extreme ways. They don't reject comfort. They don't avoid enjoying life. They simply treat raises differently. They don't see extra income as permission to immediately upgrade. They see it as a chance to create space. Space between what they earn and what they need. That gap is where stability lives. That gap is where options come from. That gap is where pressure quietly disappears. Not because of hustle, not because of tricks, but because expenses didn't rise at the same speed as income. Real wealth rarely looks impressive. It looks boring. It looks quiet. It looks like having choices. The ability to say no, the ability to slow down, the ability to handle surprises without panic. That's not about being perfect with money. It's about not letting the system decide how much pressure your life should carry. You're not bad with money. You're navigating a structure designed to keep you just comfortable enough to stay moving and just tight enough to never feel fully free. Once you see that, your decisions change naturally, not emotionally, not dramatically, just more clearly. If this helped you think a little more calmly about money, you can subscribe. That's all. No hype, just honest conversations about how money really works.